After more than a decade on television, Whitney Way Thore is opening up like never before. The My Big Fat Fabulous Life star, now entering season 13 of her hit TLC series, is sharing her most personal chapter yet. Her decision to pursue artificial insemination, it's really wild. Whitney says about the show's longevity, "I almost don't remember life before reality TV. My producer once told me we might get 6 seasons, and I thought, no way. Now, here we are, more than 10 years later. It just feels like normal life." Whitney has spent those years breaking barriers and reshaping how women see themselves on television. Through it all, her body positivity, family moments, heartbreaks, and triumphs, one message has stayed the same: joy, love, and self-acceptance. "I think people need more laughter and love in their lives," she says. "If they can get that from my big fat fabulous life, then I feel like I've done something meaningful." Now 40. Whitney's focus is shifting toward motherhood and doing it on her own terms. "I decided to pursue artificial insemination," she reveals. "It was shocking to realize how common it actually is. I didn't know anyone who had done it or admitted to doing it. But hearing people's stories and feeling that encouragement has been amazing." Whitney's decision didn't come overnight. She's explored nearly every path to motherhood, from egg freezing to adoption. But ultimately, she realized waiting for the perfect partner wasn't the only way forward. "My biological clock definitely played a role," she admits. "It's kind of a self-imposed deadline, but I thought, let me just do this on my own." It was liberating. "I'd rather have a partner and do it naturally, but if it's not happening, I'm not going to wait forever." It's empowering to know I can take control. Still, the process has come with challenges, both emotional and financial. "It's thousands and thousands of dollars," she says. "Between buying vials of sperm and paying for each round, it adds up fast. I didn't even do IVF, but I froze my eggs years ago, and that alone was so expensive. Then I talked to my friends in other countries, and it kills me how much cheaper it is there." Of course, Whitney's trademark humor shines through, even in the most personal topics. "It's crazy," she laughs. "I think about all the free sperm I've had access to in my life, and now I'm paying for it. It's hard to stomach, but hey, you do what you have to." Whitney has already undergone multiple rounds, one at home and one medically assisted, but she's keeping the results private for now. "I won't spoil anything," she teases, "but I will say the journey is ongoing and going in a direction I'm happy with. Picking a donor was one of the toughest parts. I couldn't even pick people on dating apps," she jokes. "How was I supposed to pick the father of my child? I narrowed it down to 3 and made my friend choose. I'd read these donor Q&As and start rejecting people because of their answers or grammar. I hated the process. It was harder than dating." For Whitney, the experience has opened her eyes to how much judgment women face for every decision they make. "There's so much pressure," she says. "Judgment for being a mother, not being a mother, how you become a mother. It's disappointing, but I'm glad I can share this publicly for women who felt shame around infertility or life choices. No one should feel alone in this." When asked what she looked for in a donor, Whitney kept her priorities practical and heartfelt. "Educated, healthy, no genetic abnormalities. I have enough of those on my own," she laughs. "Physically, I just wanted someone taller than 5'7", since I'm short. But race, hair, eye color, none of that mattered. I wanted intelligence, curiosity, and kindness." The TLC star also knows her influence extends beyond motherhood. Over the years, fans have followed her for her body positivity, and Whitney says that focus has evolved. "When the show started, everyone was obsessed with my weight," she explains. "It's exhausting. Depending on what picture I post, people either say I've gained 100 pounds or accuse me of hiding weight loss surgery. I've lost about 120 pounds overall, but only 20 in the last 2 years. People see what they want to see." She adds, "It's frustrating when strangers argue with you about your own body. I weigh myself every day. I know what's happening, but I'm not focusing on losing more weight right now. I feel good where I am." So the question everyone's asking, is Whitney Way Thore pregnant? "I get that all the time," she smiles. "People think they can tell from my Instagram, but you can't. I just remind people what you see online doesn't tell you everything. You can't tell if I'm in a relationship where I live or if I'm pregnant. Things aren't always what they seem." Still, her answer leaves the door open. If you're asking if I'm pregnant, if I've moved, or if I'm in a relationship, the answer could be all of the above, she teases. I can't say more, but you'll have to watch and see. Lately, Whitney's been traveling again from London back to Greensboro, embracing the freedom that's always defined her. I've lived abroad before in Korea, in Ireland, and I've always loved it, she says. Being in one place too long just isn't me, and with her father Glenn and brother Hunter still a big part of her life. Whitney continues to balance independence with family roots. I came home from London to see my dad, and he was at the beach without telling me. She laughs, but that's just us. We're always on the move. As for what's next, Whitney hints that a my big fat fabulous life abroad could be on the horizon. I'd love that, she says. We're not even halfway through this season, but if there's a season 14, there will be a lot of new faces, and maybe a new country. Through everything love, loss, and life changes, Whitney says she feels grateful. I'm proud of what we've done. My family, my friends, they're the heart of this show. My mom, God rest her soul, was the star of it all. Sometimes I think if everything I went through led to the world meeting Babs Thore, then it was worth it. With that same mix of humor and honesty, Whitney Way Thore continues to redefine what it means to live a big, fabulous life on her own terms.